Tifa's in the chat. What's up, Tifa's? By the hair on your chinny chin. What did you win? Did Tifa's squeeze one out? Ooh, we'll be talking about that here shortly. All right. Dang, it's been a year, Ray. We're back.
One full year. Yeesh.
Oh. You ready, Mr. B? You give the people some time to come in, you know? Because notice come out. Give them yeah. Give them. Tipper's out here first, as usual.
As usual.
But before the music song ends, we have to change themes.
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
As usual, he says. Yes. Alright. You have been MIA for months. You've been MIA for the whole football offseason. All right, changing scenes, and I hope that that's not a. Oh, cool. That's just my cousin's music, actually. So that would have worked. And I got the wrong scene on. Let's go. Perfect start. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to week 1 of the 2024 season. I am your host, BikeyMrown, with my co-host, the one and only
Mr. B. Piffin.
Mr. B. Piffin. How's everybody doing? We are back again after a long break. We got our boy Mr. B with his beautiful bag and his giant jacket. We know how that game went. What'd you say again? The only team to what?
The only team to not score a touchdown this week, bro. That's a shame. The Panthers scored a touchdown this week.
The Panthers scored, but they didn't get 47 points scored against them though. So
I don't give a hoot. We need to score.
Yeah, that's true. Well, to break it off, we're not sponsored, but you know, we got a little drink. I got a Cutwater mango margarita, 12.5%. Oh my god, this might be bad. But you know, kicking off right, Mr. B over there with his Bud Light. And Bud Light.
Watch the figure.
How's everybody doing? We already got. Oh my god, we already got. How about them Cowboys in our chat? Oh man, they did look good. They looked okay.
You know, just end the stream. Just end
the stream. Woo. Oh man.
We're done. Yeah.
So let's get things started. We're gonna start off with reviewing the games of the week. You know, obviously the Monday night game that just ended, the Niners defeating the Jets 32-19. Hey, what's up, Dave? The switch up. Look at Dave over here. Ooh, he's so happy he stashed Jordan Mason. Even though he didn't start him.
He's a little on the soft side.
Piff's low on the soft side. Oh, voice wise. Oh, let's turn him up. Talk again.
Talking again.
There we go. Is that better? I think that's better. D plus kicking ass. Hey, Dan with the reverse psychology. That's not Dan. So yeah, we got this thing going on here. We're gonna go through the games a little bit, then we're gonna touch on our Brigade Fantasy Football League Week 1. We'll see if people are who they thought they were based on their draft grades that we post on that. We also had a little side bet on Facebook where we asked people if they could guess all the winners correctly on the post for the week. We'd give them, if there were 6 for 6, just give me away a little $6. We're
a little free gambling.
Yeah, we're a small business here, and we're trying to give back the best way we can. So $6 to whoever got all 6 picks right. We'll see if that happens. Then we're gonna go into the leading fantasy players of the week as well as the waiver wire, and then we'll close it out by touching on our Brigade Pigskin Pick'em. There is still time to enter. You do lose, you get to drop 2 scores. So even though you missed out week 1, you can join. I believe we have 10 players in that so far. It's a $20 buy-in, and that score each week's gonna get maybe about a third or so of their money back, or half their money back. I'm
in this one this year.
And Piffin's in it this year, so whoever wants to beat on Piffin.
I didn't do too good though.
You gonna drop by Ayuk already? Sheesh.
Man, that's what they do.
Brett said he went to Vegas on Friday and didn't hit me up. Thanks, Brett. Appreciate that. She won this week. Oh, is that her? I need to know who. Yeah, I don't even know who the Pick'em people are, honestly, because they have their incognito names. All right, let's get into it. Let's start off with tonight's game. We'll switch scenes here. We had the Jets versus the 49ers, 32-19. What are our thoughts on this game? Well, we got to see Aaron Rodgers just came back from injury. He didn't look terrible. He didn't look his best either. First touchdown drive. They had a good. He was looking nice, yeah. And then after
they had that fumble too.
Yeah, they had the fumble. But I mean, after that drive, he kind of just went away, man.
Yeah, he had a couple bad throws at the end too, and it just wasn't really.
Yeah. I know, and then they had that 3rd and 1 to try to kind of bring it close.
Allen Lazard though with 2 touchdowns.
Lazard might be a hot pick over the week. I did cash on a little side bet because me being the Green Bay Packers fan that I am, I know that Aaron Rodgers and Lazard already have that connection. I wish I would have put more on it, but hey, that's how all bets are. When you win, you wish you bet more. When you lose, you wish you bet less.
That is the truth.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson didn't really have the game that we expected from him. He did end up salvaging a little bit with 6 catches for 60 yards, but he got most of that on that touchdown drive.
Yeah, it was
4
3
to
on
6
that drive,
catches.
Yeah. Oh, 4, yeah.
Brees Hall did decent. Brees Hall, 80 or a little over 90 yards total offense, rushing and receiving, and he got a touchdown. He got the first touchdown for them, so that was good. But yeah, I mean, who had Tyrod Taylor for throwing the touchdown?
Imagine. Freak.
Yeah. On the 49ers, story of the game. CMC out. Mr. Jordan Mason comes through. The most carries they said since he's had it since high school. Not even in college did he ever have 28 carries. He carried about 28 times. 147 yards and a touchdown. Debo doing Debo things.
I gotta be honest, that Jets defense look a little rocky.
Yeah.
I think I know my boy Hassan Riddick like this with the Birdman, the Birdman gif. He like this, yeah. I'm about to get paid because they needed help. That Purdy had all day to throw. You know what I'm saying? They weren't getting no stops on the run.
Yep, and then there was like a little injury scare with Sauce, but he sat out for like a little bit. I don't know what happened to him. He like hurt his shoulder or something like that. Maybe he's been he's been golfing too much over the off season. He's been trying to get good at golf. Maybe he wasn't ready. But yeah, I mean, Niners just ate him up. Really, I mean, they just kind of picked him apart. They just kept running it down their throats. Jordan Mason and Debo, just running down the field. They couldn't really stop that.
Yeah, no, they couldn't. They really couldn't.
Yeah, Ayuk killed you. She wants to drop Ayuk.
Yeah, drop. Let me know when you do.
Yeah, she's gonna drop him off. He just got paid. Maybe he's too busy spending all that money.
Yo, Gundy, what's up, baby?
Gundy? Welcome back, baby. Hey, thank you for coming by the stream.
Yes, sir.
Our first
Yes,
stream of
sir.
the new season. So yeah, that's all we got. You have anything else for this game here?
No, like I said, the Jets defense didn't look too crazy, but
Yeah,
it's only week one, so let's not get crazy. We're
it
gonna
is
see a
only
lot
week
more
one.
production. You're gonna see
Definitely.
a lot of production out of people. So
And the Niners are like one of the best, like
and
most
you
complete
had a couple
teams.
like chances to get some touchdown catches and some passes. He missed a couple, but
Yeah, they're one of the most complete teams in the NFL. So I mean, like
yeah.
you got to give it to them. You know, it's pretty tough there. Do we like having this up for you guys? Do you like seeing this with you, or should we go to just the two of us? Just the two of us.
Two of us. No, we can show. They can see the stats too.
Yeah, because we kind of read out. We're basically reading off the stats for you guys.
Yeah,
What's up, Sarah? How we doing?
We go to
right.
Ravens Chiefs.
Let's go to the season opener, the Ravens versus Chiefs. That was a really good game, actually. I enjoyed that one. Literally lost by a toe. I mean, potentially, yeah, because they probably would have went for 2 if they would have scored that touchdown. Isaiah Likely, the unlikely potential hero for them.
Big facts.
9 catches, 111 yards, and touchdown. Could have been 2 touchdowns, you know. But Lamar Jackson was running all over him too. 16 carries, 122 yards, rushing. You know. Zay Flowers was active really early, but he kind of disappeared. A lot of short passes for him.
Yeah, he 6 catches, 37 yards. That's garbage.
Yeah. He looked like he was getting the ball way more though. He looked like he was way more involved than what it shows.
He looked like he was eating, but none of their plays were like over 15 yards, you know, or attempted to be.
Yeah, Zay Flowers, yeah, and then I have him in one of my leagues. The biggest disappointment of the night probably was Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce. Honestly, both tight ends didn't really perform well, which was unfortunate.
Mark Andrews just didn't even look like he wanted to be on the field. Honestly,
we got Bronson asking, trade Debo and Waddle for CD. Hell yeah, I would take CD.
Yeah, I'll trade both of them.
If you're getting CD, stock is high. I'll take it.
Yeah, you definitely. He's the only receiver over there.
Yeah, I guess the only thing you would ask is like, I guess who are your other receivers? As long as you have one other solid starter, target, like number 1 target guy, I would say. I mean, CD's gonna outperform him throughout the whole year. Debo still has, even though Ayuk didn't have a good game, he's still going to compete with him for targets, as well as George Kittle, McCaffrey, Mason, whoever it may be. And then, Waddle has Tyreek Hill.
Well, yeah, but Waddle didn't look too bad either, though. He had some good numbers. So.
I mean, he had 1,000 yards receiving last year, right? So, I mean, he could still maintain, What's up, Robbie? You watch Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
You might also have to give Mahomes, but you'd get back Burrow. Burrow, man. If you could I would like that straight up trade. If you could do Debo Waddle for CD, I probably wouldn't give Mahomes with Burrow as a backup unless honestly, I think I like it. I mean, which he's probably he's probably available. Honestly, is Justin Herbert. I think he's gonna have a bounce back year, even though stat wise,
Justin Herbert did garbage.
I know, but I think he has more potential than Burrow for some reason. I don't know. Burrow's got paid, and he's obviously got hurt last year, but he hasn't been his best. And then they got T Higgins hurt right now, and Jamar sitting out. So
he was playing.
Oh, did he play? He was pretty much non-existent. But I mean,
basically,
that's a tough one. Yeah. Beetlejuice. I watched that. We watched that the other night.
Jackson though with 100 yards,
dude,
cooking.
Almost
Derrick
400
Henry
yards
with the first
total.
touchdown of the NFL.
Yeah, Derrick Henry looked nice. Touchdown on the first possession there. He kind of disappeared afterwards because Lamar Jackson's he's kind of RB1 over there. So, but yeah, I mean that's gonna go to our next game anyways, right? Because we're gonna go to the Friday night game. A lot of people were picking Derrick Henry in the first round, but also another former Giants running back, Mr. Saquon Barkley, in the game against the Packers. What do you guys say about your boy now that he's on a team that has an offensive line?
I just gotta say,
Piffin's hurting this week, by the way, everybody. Just so you guys know.
But you know what?
He's still rocking his Giants, though.
You know who's having a worse weekend than me? Joe Shane and John Mara. Those guys are going through it. You see Saquon have 3 touchdowns on Friday, and Dame Jones have a goose egg on Sunday.
Oh yeah, Saquon.
They are probably throwing up.
Yeah, Saquon is celebrating with the team right now. Like, oh man, this is what we had.
I don't know if you watched that Giants Hard Knocks, but John Mara said if the Eagles get Saquon Barkley, he's not gonna be able to sleep at night. And I know he's not. He's not sleeping right now.
Oh, that was during the offseason, and then it happened.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because they were saying like, oh, the Bears are making the better offer and the Eagles allow. Nope, tricked you. He probably even took less. He probably even took less from the fucking
instant Super Bowl contending team.
Yeah, took less from the Eagles just to beat the Giants twice a year.
Yeah, I mean, and even though the Packers lost, my lovely Packers, I thought it was a really good game played by them. I mean, all the way to the end. Game. The Eagles were the favorite. Packers we were up.
Yeah.
And then the only thing that kind of hurt me was that literally pretty much second to last play of the game, Jordan Love sprains his MCL, so he's out for potentially like about 3 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks. They say
that thing looking
in slow motion. There was a pop, so I was kind of scared for a second there, but it was looking bad. But other than that, though, the Packers look good. Mr. Jaden Reed, 4 catches, 138 yards and a touchdown. I'm so happy I have him in 2 of my leagues.
And a rushing touchdown.
And a rushing touchdown.
One carry
for 33 yards.
Must be nice.
Yeah, so Jane Reed, he was the highlight of the night. We'll see how it goes. Though, we're gonna have Malik Willis the next 3 weeks, so we'll see.
Josh Jacobs ain't look bad for you guys though. He looked really good. He blended in with the offense really well.
He had a really slow first half. I was really worried. He probably had like, I don't know, maybe like 8 carries for like 20 yards, but then the second half he kind of found his groove and was able to break out a little bit more. Panthers are really going through it.
No.
Not as bad as the Giants, unfortunately.
They scored a touchdown. Bryce Young ran a touchdown, and the Giants, we kicked 3 field goals.
That's true.
Should have given our kicker a bonus.
Did that ticket cash me? Which ticket? I've been having a few cash. Luckily I've been finishing positive on the bets 3 days in a row. So, or all weekend I've finished positive.
And we're gonna do that too. We're gonna give our 2 favorite picks of the week.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to do one prior. Oh yeah, I got a lot on the pack. Yeah, so I won. Yeah, on this game I ended up cashing out like $400 like overall, because there's a few bets that I had that I post them on Twitter. I'm working on making a separate Twitter just posting on there just to kind of separate and not have my gaming channel just turn into all just bets showing all the time. But it was a good one because it was a high scoring game, first of all. So anytime you're sports betting, most people bet overs anyways. So it's like you want nothing but offense. You want the defense to suck. So anytime you get a high scoring game when a game scores higher than what's projected, obviously good for better. Jalen Hurts, I mean, he did pretty well. He did have 2 interceptions. I think he had a fumble too, right? But I don't think they lost it. On the tush push. Yeah. AJ Brown looking nice.
Cooking.
First game back. I mean, he's their best receiver.
He had a 68-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that 68-yard touchdown was nice. Five catches, 119 yards and a touchdown. Devontae Smith, 84 yards off 7 catches. I mean, they're kind of like their 1-2 punch, and then Dallas
got it. And then you got Saquon catching a touchdown.
Yeah,
toe tapping on the sideline.
Yeah, Saquon 3 touchdowns. Yeah, there's Saquon. I want to say that the highest. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was the highest scoring player of the week. So those of you that got Saquon in that probably in that 8 to 10 draft spot, he probably went around in that range, huh? 8 to 10, because people.
Yeah, it's a 7, 8.
It's kind of similar to the Lamar Jackson thing, where it's like, you kind of got a running quarterback, but then no quarterback runs as much as Lamar Jackson does. So anybody
he had 110 yards.
Yeah, anybody who drafts Derrick Henry in front of Saquon Barkley, shout out to Havoc, terrible GM. Oh yeah. It was a good weekend for me on my on my my gambling addiction. But gambling is bad. I don't condone it at all. Only bet what you're willing to lose, and I'm not willing to lose much, so I don't bet much. But I just got lucky this week. Your Colts lost? Oh no! What's up, Jordan? Welcome in, man. AR, dude, Anthony Richards. We could go to that game actually next, because I mean we got all kinds of Sunday games. Yeah. Anthony, dude. So Texans versus Colts.
That was a closer game than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, honestly, everybody in our Pick'em League had Houston Texans winning. They got new targets. They got Stephon Diggs, who happened to catch both touchdowns from CJ Stroud. But they got Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Joe Mixon now. Their offense is a powerhouse, like huge, a lot of potential. CJ Stroud, maybe not the most accurate, but no,
Joe Mixon had 30 carries.
Joe Mixon, 30 carries,
159 yards.
Yeah,
and a tutty.
Yeah, Devin Singletary gone. Joe Mixon coming in and showing why he had a good year last year. He's been a good running back for a while, even though he's kind of a veteran, really, right? He's been he in his 8th year or something like that.
Yeah, he's been legit with the Bengals. So
yeah. And then Anthony Richardson, we saw like glimpses of him when he was like last year. Yeah. Don Schultz actually suffered the short end of the stick on that game. But Anthony Richardson, we saw glimpses of him before he got hurt with a season-ending injury, like week 4 of last year, I think it was, or something like that. A lot of people were drafting him early. I mean, obviously, he had 56 yards rushing and a touchdown, so that kind of salvaged his fantasy value. Aside from that, though, he was only 9 for 19 passing, 212 yards, 2 TDs and 1 interception. But one of those TDs to Pierce, crazy. It was like a 70-yard bomb from off his back foot with the pressure from the defense. That's kind of an intangible. I don't know.
I've never seen it before. The Mixon Dig stack.
The Mixon Dig stack, yo. I mean,
that must be nutty.
RV receiver stack. I am happy in one of my leagues. I did get Stephon Diggs for a good price because he's a diva. Not everybody wants to have Stephon Diggs. And then they're like, oh, they got Nico Collins and Tank Dell already. Like Diggs is gonna
Nico had 117.
He's still Stephon Diggs was just the end zone recipient, but Nico's still the best receiver. I think he's fucking huge, dude. Nico, he's a big boy. He's almost like a tight end with wide receiver speed, basically.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's strong too, snagging balls up.
Pierce is a fluke. I mean, who knows? I mean, everybody. I thought Michael Pittman Jr. is supposed to be the guy. Yeah, it's only week 1. Michael Pittman Jr. is supposed to be the best one. Yeah,
it was a 70-yard bomb that saved him.
That's true. If you take away that 70-yard bomb, I mean, Michael Pittman had 4 catches for 31 yards. He was technically the leading receiver. It doesn't help when your quarterback only completes 9 passes in the whole game. So, it looks like their offense didn't really have for them to only lose by 2 points, and they had 60 plays the whole game total. That's pretty good against a team like Houston Texans. So I mean, you got some positives to take away from that. Colts fans out there, it's a long season, man. It's only week 1, baby. Week 1, we got 18 weeks. We got the playoffs coming. I mean, we don't do podcasts during playoffs, but we do it during fantasy playoffs. So I guess we got 15 weeks of us.
Yeah.
Schultz. Yeah. Anybody on the Texans, though, I'm kind of like
Jake Moody.
it's just gonna be a rotation of who gets more. Who else lost week 1?
Nah,
because of Jake Moody. I actually won. Week 1 because of Jake Moody. I was down 3 points on one of my leagues, but Jake Moody, he put up some numbers. Thing though,
Aubrey. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, in general, that's why in the leagues that I'm commissioner of, I nerf the kickers. I prefer to have nerfed kickers because I don't think that a kicker. We could talk about this another time, but I don't think a kicker should be dropping 20 points and creating a win for your team, when the rest of your team is doing decent. I don't know. That's just me though.
But that's all part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's all part of the game, baby.
I know, but then you better draft a damn kicker in the 8th round. Then,
well, that's the point. You're supposed to get a good kicker.
I know, yeah.
Especially when they put up a lot of points, like a tight end, basically.
Yeah. Same thing with Dallas defense, right? Dallas defense popped off this. We'll get into those leaders too. I mean, There's a bunch of different ones. Any games you want to highlight? You know, let's go.
We could go down the line.
Yeah, let's go. Panthers versus Saints. Saints rocked the Panthers, but the Panthers did score a touchdown. Bryce Young did not look good. 13 for 30, 161 yards, and 2 interceptions. You know, Miles Sanders and Chuba splitting carries for nothing. 5 carries, 22 yards, 6 carries for 14 yards. Maybe they should have ran the ball more. I don't know.
They couldn't do nothing, bro. They couldn't do a damn. They were down 23-0 in like the beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Saints looking good. Derek Carr's been elite, low-key, in my opinion.
There was a point where he was top 5 in MVP podium for 4 seasons straight.
Yeah, and then he got his big payday, and then then the Raiders just wasted it. But 19 for 23, that's accurate. That's over 80%. If my math's right. Over 80% passing. He only threw for 200 yards, but I guess that's all he had to do. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. They put up 47 points. Were there some defensive touchdowns? There had to be, right?
Yeah. No, this game, I think there was a pick 6 in this one.
At least one, right? Let's see. We got 2 picks on them. Yeah, I don't see any. Didn't tell you if it was a pick 6, but yeah, there's probably 1 pick 6 at least. But they put up 47 points. You got Rashid Shaheed. I mean, you know, Chris Olave, potential second round pick, putting up a dud. 2 catches, 11 yards. I'm pissed because I have him in like 2 of my leagues. Olave, Rashid Shaheed, the deep ball threat, 3 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown. You know, probably the only person you probably want to keep on this. Honestly, for me, the only person I could have on this team would be Alvin Kamara. I mean, you know. Over 100 yards, 110 yards total offense, rushing, receiving, and a touchdown.
Yep.
PPR leagues, 5 receptions from your running back. You gotta love that. I mean, yeah.
He always gets a lot of passes. I don't know why people don't think he does.
Yeah, he's old, man. People, and then they're like, you know, Jamal Williams is there now. You know, I mean, he's been there. It's the second year there, so he's kind of eating into it a little bit.
Jamal Williams, he got
Vultures a touchdown, you know.
Oh, that was in like the fourth quarter. He it was like a 20-yard run. He just went right to the end zone. I'm like, disgusting.
Yeah, Siggy says he won a $25. He won $143 on a $25 bet. What did we bet on, Siggy? What's up, Monty? Bo choked his first pro game with Denver. Every throw is so bad.
I mean, it's a rookie. It's his first game. You gotta get the first game jitters out. He probably threw up 3 times before the game even started.
You know what's funny is that even though Bo Nix didn't do that good, he did way better than Mr. Lord and Savior Caleb Williams with his. You know, let's talk about that game. The Bears somehow beat the Titans with Caleb Williams going 14 for 29, 93 yards.
93 yards.
93 yards.
DJ Moore owners, I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's high hopes for his offense. They have weapons on offense. They have receivers. They got DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Odunze. You know, and they got, you know, Cole Kmet too is a solid tight end. Yeah, you got a lot of weapons here, but
stacked your weapons.
They definitely didn't deserve to win this game, in my opinion. But their defense bailed them out. Obviously, defense, you know, wins championships, I guess you could say. But you know, not a good showing there. You might be down on Bo Nix, but I think Bo might have been the top performing rookie, actually. Who's the third one? Oh no, never mind. Jaden McDaniels.
Jaden, your boy McDonald's over here.
Jaden McDonald's. We'll get to him in a bit. So yeah, Chicago Bears win 24-17 on that one. Tony Pollard, my boy,
looking like the lead back.
Yeah, looking like the lead back. They're talking about him splitting carries with Tyjae Spears, but it looked like Tony Pollard. I got him pretty late in the draft. You know, just saying.
And the Inferno one, you got him in a good spot. You said go with Tony Pollard. I said no.
You said no. You should have picked Zach Moss, but Zach Moss also did well too. So I mean, like, you know, I got both of them. But you know, on the receiving end, you know, Calvin Ridley, nothing much. You know, I mean, he was their leading receiver, 3 catches, 50 yards. But on the DeAndre Hopkins, only one catch. There.
He didn't get a lot of love.
Yeah, Tyjae Spears, though, he does make up for it with the PPR. He had four receptions, only for 11 yards, but, you know, 4 points off of just cashes alone. So if you're full PPR league, he's still nice little stash. If he gets a little more workload on the carries though, he only had 4 carries. You know, I don't want him to though because I got Tony Pollard in my team. So you know, we'll keep that.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but Bronson, you do not take any of that trade at all. Don't take any of that.
Oh, let's see.
Debo, Waddle, and Josh Jacobs for CD and Dobbins. Yeah, no.
Nah, he's trying to Waddle and
or Debo, Waddle, and Kelsey for CD and Kincaid. No, Debo, Waddle, and Kelsey will get you way more. I think around the same amount of points as those two would.
Yeah,
and you have 3 guys.
Nah, I don't put CD that high, and Kelsey's still gonna finish no matter how bad he had a first. He might have had a bad week.
Same thing last year. He had a first couple of bad weeks and he just popped off.
Just know when it comes down to playoff implications, he's getting 9, 10 plus receptions all the way in during right when playoff time is. I would not suggest that one. J.K. Dobbins did have a really good game though. We could go to that. We can go to that one. The Chargers versus Raiders.
Zay Flowers. I like Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers.
He's getting more of the ball. He didn't get a lot of yardage, but that just shows what's the plan for the year to come. You know what I'm saying? You see Zay Flowers is the number 1 over there. He's getting handoffs. He's getting quick passes off the line.
Yeah, Zay Flowers is just more versatile. He gets carries too. Yeah, he gets carries.
He gets everything. So I did. Zay Flowers is definitely way better than Brian Thomas.
Yeah, definitely. Congrats to Siggy on his Lions -5, Niners -3.5 and over.
We clap it up for winning bets here. We clap it up for winning bets.
Any winning bets, you know, degenerate gamblers in the chat, you know, we don't condone gambling, but if you have the money to do gamble, just do it wisely. Me, personally, I like to stack a lot of very high odd.
Go crazy.
I like to stack instead of picking like a one straight bet of like a -110 on something. I personally like to do like 2 or 3 -300 to 500 odds to make that same thing, and I feel like those are more likely hit. But you know, this is not advice, and I don't condone gambling. Speaking of J.K. Dobbins though, so the Chargers beat the Raiders 22-10 out at SoFi. Gardner Minshew.
JK had a game though. Yeah, Gardner Minshew.
He did. Yeah. JK had a game, 10 carries, 135 yards, which is kind of crazy because we all thought that Gus Edwards was going to be the man out there. They technically did split carries. It's just that JK did. He was more effective
blocking. He had the better blocking. Rick will say.
Yeah. I will say I'm happy for one of my sleeper picks, the one and only rookie, Mr. Ladd McConkey, who I believe and I still believe is gonna be Herbert's favorite target this season.
He looked good. I didn't know he was shifty like that.
He was shifty on that touchdown catch.
Yeah, he was
on that
shifty.
touchdown catch. It was super shifty. But like, I think it's don't sell high on the J.K. Dobbins. I don't know if that's just. I don't.
You gotta give it another week. Yeah, I mean, you can have him. You can have him. You know, because they're technically splitting carries. You can have him.
Yeah, I just wouldn't trade for him though, just because he's a sell high right now, right? So he's trying to pull like Kelsey out of you for that, you know, or like pulling Josh Jacobs. Don't
get hustled. Be the hustler.
Yeah. Josh Jacobs is better long-term choice in my opinion. Josh Jacobs actually had a bad game and he still ended up getting like 80 yards. So like. And that was his bad game. I had a few bets.
First game,
for a
and
touchdown.
Then no Jordan Love, so you know he's gonna get more production this week.
Especially the next 3 weeks. He has potential to pop off these next 3 weeks. With
take up out of that Jaden Reed for 3 weeks.
Yeah, Jaden Reed. Yeah, just stash him. But
I bet Jordan made some touchdown in a parlay before CMC was rolled out. A-Rod didn't get his passing yards. Dang.
Oh, dude. I was looking at my bets at work and I was like, Jordan Mason lines start showing up. I was like, 40 yards, like plus 360. And like, I was like, I should just put it on here. Worst case scenario, like CMC starts, but he at least gets some carries. I did put a few on, I put a few on some Debo stuff and cash out on that. Where I really cashed out big on that game was, Lazard. I put Lazard 40 plus yards and a touchdown. But I only put like $3 on it. But it was like $3 for like $40. I'm not too aggressive.
Imagine if you would have had 2 touchdowns.
I know, right? I actually had another one where I had him for 50 plus and first touchdown, but he didn't get the first touchdown, and that was like a plus 10,000. And then I had another one where I needed Debo to get 6 more rushing yards because I had Debo touchdown, Lazard touchdown and 50 plus yards or 40 plus yards, and then Debo 30 plus rushing, and it was like, I don't know, it was like a plus 12,500. It was like $3 for like 300 something, but you know, it's all right. But the odds were good. I mean, yeah, the odds are good. Thinking that he'll get some carries. What's up, Moss? What's up, Chupapi? How we doing, Ivan? But yeah, exactly. Well, you know, I try to be a smart better. You know, I just throw money around here and there. I honestly just put. I don't really bet more than like $50 max on any bets in general, just because I'm trying not to. I'm not trying to make it a fucking habit. So I just $20
every time, nothing less.
Yeah, if it's like under 300 odds, it's like $20 to $50. If it's anything over, like, which I usually do, like those 1,000+ ones, I'm throwing fives on them just to see what happens. But yeah, you know, I mean,
what do we think about the Raiders, man? Do we think that they're gonna have a good season? Do you think I've been saying this? Would you chill CMC for Hill and Ayuk? Yes, I would.
CMC for Hill and Ayuk? Do you have CMC? Yeah, I would. Personally,
I had the number one pick in a league.
Yeah,
and I took Tyreek Hill.
He took Tyreek Hill as number one pick. But yeah, if you could, CMC's not. I don't think he's going to be the number one guy this year. It's a rough statement, but I don't think. And even if he is, Tyreek Hill will be the number one receiver most likely by far. And the gap between having the number one receiver versus having the number one running back is further for that. And then Ayuk, I think, you know, he might come in, you know, he'll probably. He'll get his games in, but you at least got a double-digit scoring wide receiver, like as your second receiver. And receivers are more valuable than running backs, honestly.
Yeah. If you're in a PPR league, yeah. But Tyreek Hill just gets. It only takes one play. Literally, one play, 60-yard touchdown.
He's almost guaranteed like 100 yards and a touchdown almost every game.
He's an automatic 20-piece. He's literally his average for fantasy is 20 points.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's
averaging 20. Like, they just know he's gonna break out at some point.
Yeah, and right now would probably be the perfect time to trade for him because Ayuk had a dud game, and then this guy might be banking on, you know, CMC being. I'm surprised if he's willing to trade you that. But Tyreek Hill is the one guarantee. Tyreek is the only guarantee out of those three guys. So I mean, if you can get him, I would take him.
I'm big on Tyreek. I have Tyreek in like 4 leagues. Yeah, I'm all in. My man locked up and won't let me out.
Locked up. But yeah, go back to the Raiders though. I don't think that. You know, I live here in Las Vegas, man. I'm not a Raiders fan. I'm a Packers fan, obviously. But like, you know, I like to see him do good. I like Gardner Minshew, low-key. You know, he was really good over in Jacksonville. And then, you know, I wish Zamir White was better. He did. You know, he had 13 carries for 44 yards. I don't know if the Chargers' defensive line is like that good.
Madison took a touchdown away. Yeah, he had a 44-yard touchdown reception. Crazy.
Oh, that's true. Probably the only person I want to roster from the Raiders, honestly, might be Brock Bowers, though. He's the rookie freak. They say he looks good.
Catches. He had
6 catches for 58 yards.
Devontae had a lot of targets too.
Devontae's Devontae, but if you could like sleeper, like kind of like sneak in a Brock Bowers, or if you sneakily draft him, I think that would be you know, good play. I mean, you know, Jacoby Myers is also a good target. I mean, Gardner Minshew is gonna be throwing the ball 30+ times every game this season. So
yeah, no, I mean, I expect that, especially when they're losing. And he didn't have a terrible game. 25 or 33. He only missed 8 passes.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't play.
He didn't have a terrible game.
They just couldn't convert. Only 10 points off of that.
Couldn't convert. You know, the running game wasn't really effective. As you can see, they had barely 70 yards.
Yeah.
Total rushing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Devontae did get a lot of looks, though. You could tell that he looks a little more happier. You know, I mean, I still think he's going to be traded before the deadline.
You think so?
To where? I don't know, but I think he's gonna be traded.
Imagine he goes to the Jets, reunited with Rodgers.
I mean, him and Garrett Wilson on the same.
They were hanging out in the summer, you know. I'm just saying, you know, potential. You know, clip it here. You heard it first.
Yeah, you heard it first.
Ayuk messed up your parlay. Yeah, Ayuk, you know, he hurt a few people. I needed one more reception from him for another parlay.
I said this too. I said a lot of people who held out had a terrible game.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey, highest paid corner in the league right now. He got beat on a touchdown twice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
It's just
all the people that are about the money.
Ayuk, Ayuk. CD's the only one who really held out and was productive. Freaking Jamar Chase, he didn't have a great game. He had a terrible game.
Yeah, Jamar Chase had a terrible game. Let's talk about the Cowboys though. The Cowboys, I mean, they look pretty good. I mean, Dak Prescott wasn't the most accurate that day, 19 for 32, but you know,
I mean, it was good defense though. Both teams have great defenses. So,
Dallas, they make up for it with their defense. Their defense is, I think they were the number one scoring defense last year, and they started.
And the Browns have a good defense too.
Yeah, and then you know they put up 33 points against them though, 33-17. Zeke in his return back home to Dallas, getting a little touchdown in. I know I was waiting for him to eat a little bit. Aside from that, you know, CeeDee Lamb, he had my bad. I'm looking at rushing. CeeDee Lamb, 3 rushes, 3 carries for 25 yards, 5 catches for 61 yards, no touchdown. Brandon Cooks got the only receiving touchdown, it looks like. But you know, they look good. They look good. I mean, they don't have as many weapons, I guess. I mean, Brandon Cooks is like, you know, the little deep threat. He's
Jake Ferguson, but you know what? They just, it's only week 1.
It is only week 1.
It's only week 1.
I know.
We
can't judge too much on a week one game. But Dallas does look good overall. Dak got paid like right before the game, so I mean, obviously, you know, so like they put Jerry Jones put the money in. He's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna run with this team and see what happens. I mean, they do good they're the best one of the best regular season teams I know. Emphasis on the regular. And then, you know, how about the Browns though? Deshaun Watson, man, he had a full season under his belt last year. Now, you know, this is kind of make or break year for him.
Yeah, I think he missed a couple. He missed the end of the season.
What's up, Dak?
With a hurt shoulder, right?
Yeah, he did miss a couple. So you know, this is kind of make or break year for him though. I mean, he threw 45 times, only connected 24. A lot of his passes when I was watching the game on Red Zone, like whenever it came up, like a lot of his passes were his accuracy kind of.
You know this too, man. Like, and Tom Brady, I gotta get to him. He didn't have the best thing, but he was calling everything out. He's like, you got to have Micah Parsons blitz from the top, and boom, Micah Parsons tips the ball, interception. Like it was just trouble. That Cowboys D line is pretty good. So he didn't have a lot of time to make some throws.
Yeah, we have McSkippy here. He says, "What do you guys think about Cup for Bijan? You have Brees Hall and Aaron Jones for running backs. For receiver, you still have JJ, Devontae, and Marvin Harrison Jr."
Yeah, Marvin Harrison, get that guy out here.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
No, you got Brees and Aaron Jones
and Bijan.
No. He's gonna trading Cup for Bijan.
Oh, trading Cup for Bijan.
Yeah. He's trading Cup for Bijan.
Did your mic change right now? Your audio went crazy.
I think I was too close.
Oh, you're good now. Now you're good. Cup for Bijan.
I still have JJ, Devontae, and Marvin. No, I'm keeping. Imagine JJ, Devontae, and Cup. That's and you got Marvin Harrison just chilling on your bench.
I kind of like. I'd rather keep a third receiver than a third running back personally.
Is it 3 receiver? If it's 3 receiver, 1 flex.
It's usually 2-2-1, 2-2-1, right? You got two running backs, 2 receiver, 1 flex, right? Because it's a 10-man league. They could go, but if it's a 10-man league, they could go 2 flex too.
Yeah, or 3 receiver. That's what we do. Well, I've been in a league with 3 receivers.
The thing is, those Cups Puka Nacua, on him, he's on IR, so he's out for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah,
minimum.
Cup is about to be productive.
So Cup Cup will get your season off to a great start. I'd probably hold him, like a wait and see, because his value is way too high. You know,
and let it go up more. He have to give you more than just Bijan.
Yeah, more than Bijan. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If he's giving you 2 things, then you could throw Marvin Harrison in the deal too. Like, take that bump.
Yeah, Tom Brady was a highlight of the game. Was his commentary pretty good? I didn't get to catch. I only got to catch it when it was on.
He just wasn't like, he just didn't sound as excited to be there. But it's still early. It's still week 1. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be you don't want to seem like a fan.
He's probably rather be out there. He's like, man, I'd shit on all these dudes. But he's probably not, I wonder if he'll, I don't think he could be, it's hard. It's a hard, tough shoes to fill, when you have, Tony Romo been out there making like calls like he's a freaking psychic. You know what I mean? Like Tony Romo is probably
they're
like
running
one of the
24
best.
wide slot sig.
Yo, I know this play. He's about to run that corner route. He's gonna check down. He's gonna.
We call this the banana clip 3.
Yeah.
This guy runs in the shape of a banana, cuts it out to the corner. Look, that's one of my favorite routes.
Yeah, facts. Wes said he had pick 3. He got DK, Zay, Waddle, Montgomery. Wait, you don't tell me you picked DK with your 3rd pick, right?
Yeah, you got smoking
I think
heroin.
Nah. We'll wait for clarification on that. Maslow saying Brees could have had a better shot. Yeah. But he had projected though. He had projected.
Yeah.
He had projected. Yeah.
And that's one of the toughest defenses in the league.
Yeah.
That's second.
That's actually that's a positive. That's a positive is that he did pretty decent. He doesn't look like a social person. Who? Tom Brady? Yeah, true. Oh, you're asking who's the pick 3 out of the 4. Montgomery, Waddle, and probably DK long term. Or what do you think?
Yeah,
I like Montgomery. He's almost like he's a freaking touchdown animal. So I like Montgomery.
Yeah.
You saw that final drive of the overtime game yesterday. Oh my god, he. We do gotta call out some of these games. I guess we could skip a few today, but we're loving the comments. Keep them coming because who do you got? I got Montgomery as a lock for sure.
If you need a running back, Montgomery's the guy. I like Waddle, but I think Zay Flowers is just gonna be more productive
over in the long term.
Yeah, in the long term, he gets the ball.
He is number
too
one.
much.
He is number one, technically number 1 target there. We thought it was Mark Andrews, but who knows? It is week 1 though. It is week 1.
It's still early. It's still early. Week 1.
Yeah, I like DK long term too. DK is still the number 1 receiver out there. I know Tyler Lockett kind of had a pretty good game yesterday, but I don't know. You'll take. I mean, the thing is it PPR? Because Zay and Waddle will get all those little 1 to 3 yard pass catches. So like. If it's a full PPR, then you could go with like the 2 little speedsters. I think DK is more like a AJ Brown where he could pull off those 100-yard touchdown games.
I'm trying to see who I have in my fantasy. Oh, yeah, that's who it was.
Who, Waddle?
No, I had DK. He did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, DK did have DK did let me down this week. A couple of my leagues.
But Cooper Kupp though. Man, I tell you, that boy is nice.
Yeah. Couple get hurt and lose all his value. You have more faith in Bijan staying healthy? I don't know. I wouldn't think like that. I wouldn't think like that, man. Cooper Kupp, he's tried and true. He
had 21 targets for the game. That's 21 out of
14 receptions. 14 receptions, 110 yards, and a touchdown. And Puka's going to be out the next 4 weeks.
That's a no-brainer.
Who are you gonna throw it to? Tyler Johnson, Colby Parkinson,
Ghostbusters,
Demarcus Robinson. I mean, either way, Matthew Stafford's throwing the ball, so you're gonna
slinging that thing.
You're gonna get. I guess you could be scared of the injury prone stuff, but like. I think he's back, bro. I think he's back and healthy. And then now Puka gone, he's the unanimous first option. Like he's gonna get 20 targets a game going, at least for the next 4 weeks. And when Puka comes back, who knows? I honestly wasn't even high on Puka anyways. A lot of people were drafting him in the 2nd round, and I thought that was too high in my personal opinion. Where Cooper Kupp kind of gets the disrespect and drops to like the fourth round. I was like. So I'm a Kupp stan though. So I mean, I don't have him in my leagues, but I definitely lose to him. He's pretty good, man. MHJ, who's MHJ? Sorry, am I tripping?
MHJ.
You hold and wait for MHJ to start producing.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh.
Yeah,
we'll see. I mean,
he might. The Kyler Murray look good, but
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm kind of big on the Cardinals this year. I think that they'll finish 2nd in the division. They might have a chance for a playoff berth. I mean, they only lost to the Bills by 6 points. Kind of it was a close game. I actually won one of my bets because I did a plus. I did an alt line all over for this game because I felt like the Cardinals were going to keep it close and they were going to compete with the Bills. But
Cooper Kupp and Arley actually.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp and Arley. Oh yeah,
yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
I knew I had him in some league. Going down the line.
Yeah, I mean, so like, okay, so let's look at the Cardinals, right? They got Greg Dortch, who was their leading receiver for the week, right? 6 catches, 47 yards, kind of random, obviously, the number one target, in my opinion, is Trey McBride. But I think Marvin Harrison, and he had a bad game too. Only 5 catches for 30 yards, but no score. There wasn't really, too much that they did. I mean, James Conner got a touchdown in, but he only ran for 50 yards, which is kind of low for him. I still think
he's usually like that. He like low yardage, but he'll get the goal line 3 touchdowns. And shit.
Yeah, I think Kyler's gonna heat up though. I think Kyler is gonna have a nice. He'll have a nice year. Not like,
he looked good. He was moving around. He was throwing the ball good.
Yeah, maybe not elite, but I think he'll end up like top 8 in fantasy points just because he has to be the offense out there, and he can move still. 5 carries for 57 yards.
Yeah, he was moving. He's fast. So.
Yeah. All right, Siggy, have a good night. Enjoy your work.
Later, Siggy.
You pick Montgomery, Waddle, and Zay. Okay, yeah. That's the recency bias, man. DK had a dud game for sure, but
yeah.
Where was DK at last year though?
Well, Waddle, I understand Waddle too because they throw the ball a little more over there too. So, they throw the ball a lot over in Miami. So, you think there's gonna be a 3-peat? I do. I think the Chiefs might be able to win it again, man. Unfortunately, if the Niners don't get it together, it's gonna be Niners again.
Yeah, well, Niners or Philly, probably NFC Championship, and then sorry, Cowboy fans.
Defense could keep up with that at all.
You never know, though. Sometimes good offense is best defense. But I mean, the tush push looked shaky though during that game, man. They fumble, they were getting stuffed a little bit on it. No Jason Kelsey anymore, so tush push didn't look as clean. They even had the fumble where their center hiked it early off his chest.
Tyler McBride and Marvin, yeah, that's crazy talk.
Oh no! I would get rid of Marvin though. I like the Kyler McBride stack though. I have that in one of my lists.
Yeah. I don't like them. You can't have 2 receivers. Or a tight end and receiver for the same team. You just can't.
Yeah, just because you don't want to start all 3, because then it's really thinning out your potential.
Yeah, for other players, that's how I feel. Like I would stack a receiver, quarterback. I don't stack receiver, running back. I'm not too crazy for that.
Yeah, patience with the upset.
Unless you got like Jalen Hurts and Saquon, where he's gonna be throwing it to him a lot, but I doubt it. He only had a couple catches, so.
Yeah, what do you think about Josh Allen's performance? He's him. I mean, he's the man now. He doesn't have to worry about Stephon crying for the ball.
4 total touchdowns.
Boy gets four touchdowns, 2 rushing, two throwing. A little upset because I got James Cook on one of my squads. So, he's just vulturing his touchdowns, but it's still respectable. Keon Coleman, the rookie, the leading receiver for them. There.
Yeah, and he had like 7 targets. He was getting some good looks. He was wide open one play, and Josh Allen missed him. Yeah, same thing with Marvin Harrison Jr. He had a camp set up. He was burning firewood, everything. He was wide open.
Kyler missed him.
Just Kyler couldn't see him over the line because he's like 5'8".
Hey, the good thing is though, another thing too about Kyler, you don't know, man. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 coming out here soon. As you know, Kyler K1, FaZe Clan. I don't think he's on FaZe anymore, but you might have to watch out. He could be hit or miss.
He's gonna be on stream a lot. He'll be streaming more than he did watching the film. So.
Yep, he's gonna. Wasn't that the story that he got last year, where like they asked him if he watched film? He said yeah, and then they ran in like he didn't watch film. I think I remember.
That was Johnny Manziel's story.
Johnny Manziel, sorry. Oh, same difference.
Khalid Shakir.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just saying Khalid. He was one of the later, like last picks of the draft in a few leagues.
Yeah,
but I think he had a touchdown.
He did. He did catch a touchdown. Yeah. Speaking of short quarterbacks, though, I do want to give my flowers out to Mr. Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. He almost had a perfect passer rating. 24 for 30, 289 yards, and 4 tutties.
My guy's passer rating was 144. That's nuts.
He was insane.
And if anybody wants to disrespect Mike Evans again and said he's not going to be that guy.
Mike Evans is Mr. Consistent. He is the most consistent player throughout his entire career. He's about to have his first 9 seasons, nine seasons, all 1,000+ yards receiving, and nobody's ever done that before. He's Mr. Reliable. Like, Mike Evans is somebody that you want on your team. You know, I think I don't even know if I got him on any of my teams, but I wanted to. I just couldn't afford him.
Yeah, and Godwin was eating. Godwin was eating.
Yep, got him 8 catches, 83 yards.
What I tell you about my boy Rachaad White, man?
Rachaad White's a sleeper, man. He might not like show out.
He didn't get the
rushing
TD
stats,
this week,
but the PPR leagues, 6 catches, 75 yards from Rachaad White. The Buccaneers look good. I mean, obviously they played against the Washington football team with the petition out to rename themselves the Redskins. They did, right? You know, did you go up against the rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels? Not to be confused with McDonald's. You know, Jaden Daniels was kind of showing off his footwork for the most part, you know, eating into Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler's potential carries. You know, I do got Austin Eckler stash, hoping that he'll you know, supplant the number 1 running back spot, but it looks like right now the number 1 running back is Daniels.
All we needed to see. Yeah. So Robinson's
it's only
the
week
starting
1
running back.
It's only week 1, man. Yeah. But Jaden Daniels is actually the starting running back. He's also the starting quarterback. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 16 carries for 88 yards. Brian Robinson,
he didn't do too bad though. 17 for 24. That's not terrible.
No, he didn't do bad. No interceptions either. So you know, that's a huge thing with the rookies. He was probably the top performer. He was the top performing rookie out of, you know, himself, Bo Nix, and your Lord and Savior Caleb Williams, Mossflow. You know, I think yeah, I mean, you know, Eckler in the passing game, that little 4 catches, 52 yards himself. McCaffrey's brother, Mr. Luke McCaffrey, showed up in the game a little bit too. Got a little play. And, you know,
3 catches.
I mean, aside from that, I don't know who's even worth rostering on the Washington.
Well, Eckler had 4 catches for 50 yards. So
yeah.
He got some plays in.
He put up like 10 fantasy points. You know.
Yeah, I don't know, but Terry McLaurin, what?
Scary Terry. You know, I feel like people have been banking on Scary Terry for the past 3, like since he was rookie, basically. Like the past 3 years, I'm like,
that was his best season.
His rookie year was good, and ever since then, he just hasn't had it. I don't know if it's just the quarterback situation or what. You know, I mean, Jaden Daniels only threw for 184 yards, but I mean, yeah, the story of this game.
Yeah, Baker
Mayfield. You know, Bucky Irving even got some carries, Mr. Countryman himself.
He's a late round pick too. I don't like that he was getting touches like that.
I know, because you got Rachaad White in like most of your leagues, right?
Yeah, Rachaad White.
Yeah, Bucky looking nice. But yeah, Rachaad White, probably, you know, Rachaad White's the best probably player on fantasy wise on the team. Baker Mayfield, you know, he might finish top 10 quarterback if he keeps this up.
Yeah, I mean, he got Godwin, he got Evans, he got Rachaad White, he got a decent tight end.
Yeah, give him some time. Nobody giving Caleb. Caleb Williams is gonna be. He could be like Justin Fields, where Justin Fields needed some time and then he started heating up towards the end. But I don't know if Caleb Williams have the mobility that.
He's pretty mobile.
Is he a mobile quarterback?
Yeah, he's pretty.
Let's see, how many carries did he have his game? 5 carries for 15 yards. Okay, he little scrambles here and there.
I felt like he wasn't trying to run a lot. I feel like he was trying to be more like a passing. You know.
Yeah.
We could check the Bengals game if you want. Do the Bengals game real quick.
The doo-doo Bengals. Upset of the week. We got the Patriots. First season without Bill Belichick since like 1999. And they pull off the win over the Bengals.
Remember the name.
Jacoby Brissett. Remember the name. You know, my boy, Mr. Demario Douglas out here catching 2 catches for 12 yards.
Demario
Demario
Douglas.
Douglas, my sleeper pick, man. He should be the number one target over there. The story of this game, though, honestly, is Ramondre Stevenson. I've had the fortunate pleasure of meeting him in person. He's a Las Vegas native. 25 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown. I don't think anybody could have said they saw that coming. I usually see him as, like a 20 carries, 60, 70 yard kind of guy, but,
He's a beast.
over 100 yards. Three catches too. 3 catches for no yardage, basically. There's 6 yards. But I mean, Ramondre
And he got a
Stevenson.
touchdown. Mm-hmm.
Ramondre Stevenson was the player of the game for this one. Jacoby Brissett, no turnovers, which is good. That's a good formula to win. He may not have the best arm, but he only threw for 121 yards, but he still held down, Then we got over on the Bengals side, Mr. Doo Joe Burrow, 21 for 29, which is actually pretty accurate. Looks like it was a bunch of dump passes, though, nothing deep, right? 29 attempts, only 164 yards on that total. Zach Moss able to salvage a decent, if you got Zach Moss in a later round, too, like for a later round running back, he might hold value. I mean, he only had 9 carries, but he got a touchdown and 44 yards there. He had a couple receptions as well for 17 yards, so that kind of worked out. They let the backup is Chase Brown a rookie? They let Chase,
he's second year.
Okay, let Chase Brown get a little bit of playing time, and he looked pretty nice too. So I mean, but
he's more of a scat back. Like they have him for the catching out the backfield, stuff like that. So
yeah,
he's fast. So, but he also does the kick return. So
yeah, and the newly paid Jamar Chase, is he paid yet? I don't know.
He's not paid yet.
But he played at least, Mr. He was their leading receiver, 6 catches for 62 yards. I don't know how many targets he had. Do you know how many targets he had? He had to have double-digit targets, though.
Yeah, he had to have at least 10.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Burrow.
And no Higgins. T. Higgins was out. So
T. Higgins is out. I know that a lot of people were trying to scramble and pick up Andre Iosivas, kind of like on game day to see if he might pop off with T. Higgins out. He went for 3 catches, 26 yards, nothing to be.
Yeah, he's a rookie, I think, right? Something like that.
Yeah, he's a rookie. So I mean,
it's still early. Joe Burrow's bounce back game after season-ending injury, but his ribs.
That's true. Yeah, he did have that season-ending injury. He get paid.
I remember last year too. They started no, not last year. The year before last, they started 0-3, and then they ended up making it over to the AFC Championship. So
yeah, we'll give him some time.
We'll see what happens.
He does have a new haircut. He dyed his, he got his short blonde hair now. He lost his curls, so we'll see. But Patriots, man, 1-0 start the season.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett. T-Bag says, who you had off the waiver to be starting to be. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. From between those three,
yeah.
It depends on who's playing who. So, if you got Carr playing, another team with not good defense, maybe I'll take Carr.
The thing about quarterbacks is you kind of could go off of schedule rotation sometimes because there's enough depth, right? Because not too many people are carrying more than one quarterback in general, so there's enough depth in the quarterback area where you kind of pick flyers based on matchups. Obviously you want an every week starter, but yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Let's see, any other games we want to touch on here? We had Dolphins. We had Tyreek. Tyreek doing Tyreek things after getting arrested. Called the cuff celebration on his touchdown there. He found a way to play the game there. It was a close game too. They were gonna lose it. They were gonna lose it. To the Jaguars
with that field goal.
Etienne kind of he's sneaky. Etienne got his touchdown in. So
Etienne fumbled at the goal line. And that's how. And then the next play after that was the Tyreek 60-yard touchdown, 80-yard touchdown.
Oh,
exactly. He fumbled in the goal line, bro. And the next play,
he choked it.
The 80-yard bomb. Yeah,
Mr. Luna. He's a Miami Dolphins fan, for sure. I am happy. It was nice to see the leading receiver for the Jaguars, Mr. Gabe Davis, who I took with the last pick in our draft. In one of our drafts, well, I called it out. I just need your affirmation, that the rookie Brian Thomas Jr., which some people drafted, he did catch the lone touchdown though, receiving wise.
Yeah,
47 yards.
yeah, he looked good. He looked good.
Yeah.
He looked like a good receiver out of the line.
I was a little sad with my boy Christian Kirk. He's been the most consistent receiver for the Jaguars like the past 3 years, and he only had one catch for 30 yards. It was for 30 yards, but he only had one catch, which was a little upsetting for me. Christian Kirk is he's kind of like to me he's like kind of like a Mike Evans Jr. Mike Evans like a great value Mike Evans for me. So like, you know, Christian Kirk I was hoping was gonna do a little bit better. On the Dolphins side, we got A-Chain. You know, he didn't rush for much. He only had 10 carries for 24 yards, but he was able to lock down a touchdown there.
Raheem Mostert had 6 carries, but only 9 yards. Terrible.
Yeah. The running game did not look good for them. Jeff Wilson even got a few carries in there, 5 carries. So their running back committee kind of thing going on right now is not too good. A-Chain was able to salvage some fantasy points just because of that touchdown.
He had 7 catches with 70 yards.
Oh, that's there. Well, there you go. Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill probably the 2 best offensive options for the Dolphins. You know, Tua obviously.
100 yards for Waddle, so good.
109, 100 plus yards for Waddle and Tyreek Hill. I mean, they could easily be. I don't know what the record is for like a duo to get the most 100-yard games, but I mean, they're kind of neck and neck. Tyreek Hill just kind of gets it. You know,
Jalen Waddle had 1,000 yards last year too.
Yeah, exactly. So like, he'll probably get over 1,000 yards again this year. You know. But Tyreek Hill still is number 1 option. I mean, they throw enough. Tua's bound. He's always sitting around 300 yards passing. So
maybe Fields because he runs, and the Broncos defense isn't that good. Besides Patrick Surtain. Now I was reading T-Bag.
Cowboys.
Trevor Lawrence playing the Browns, Caleb playing the Texans, and Fields playing the Broncos. I mean, you couldn't say that the Texans defense isn't great, so Caleb might be able to do
bounce
something
back.
Yeah, and then if they're getting beat, they're gonna have to throw the ball. So
yeah. If you don't, I mean, like, if you got a roster spot, I'd probably give Caleb. I'd give Caleb 3 weeks to like see if he's gonna do anything, because he might turn on like Justin Fields did. You know, like I remember I had Justin Fields like drafted his rookie year, and like after week 4 I like kind of gave up on him, or week 3 and I gave up on him, and then he started just like heating up and started putting up 20 plus points like every week, and I was like, fuck. Yeah. So I mean, you never know. Fields, I think Fields.
Well, I think in the Fields and Broncos game, it'll be he started because Russ is hurt. But Fields playing the Broncos, I just feel is
if it's a week by week play,
that's gonna be a low scoring game. You know, I don't feel like there's gonna be a lot of points in that one. So I don't know if Fields gonna get really any production. He might run the ball a lot, but you know, if he's not throwing touchdowns on top of that, running touchdowns,
I'll say
at least Caleb will throw it.
Yeah, to me the safest play would be Trevor Lawrence.
I don't know about that Browns defense, though. That's the only
I
problem.
Browns defense didn't look too good, in my opinion.
Well, they playing the Cowboys. It's a different story. You know what I'm saying?
The Cowboys. But I feel like Jaguars have a decent offensive firepower too, though. I don't think that they're like nothing to sleep on. You know, offensively, they got a couple good receivers. They got Etienne, you know, at running back to open it up a little bit. Depends, man. Trade Tua and Geno for Stroud. The 2 QB league.
Yeah, Tua and Mahomes have the same bye. I want to.
Other QB is Mahomes. Wait, you have Mahomes
and Tua
and Geno.
Geno. It's a 2 QB super flex league. So
I guess it just depends if you. I haven't played in one of those, but like as long as you think Stroud is better projected than Tua.
Yeah, Tua. But they have the same bye week, so he can't keep them both. Mahomes and Tua.
So that helps. So then that helps you out then too, because you gotta. Well, he has to get rid of one of them then, right?
And then you gotta pick up a third QB because you need one for when they have a bye week. So that's gonna be tough. All right, you want to do the Giants game next? Get that over with so I could cry about it.
Oh, I thought we talked about it already. I was trying to let you pass on it. All right, let's go. I'll let you have this one. Talk about your New York Football Giants. You know, I guess
your boy Aaron
the Vikings
Jones is cooking.
Aaron Jones, former Packer. The other Jones on the other side, not cooking. Not cooking.
Boy, Danny Pennies.
Yeah, speak about it. That's what you think.
He just didn't look good. You know what? He is coming back off that ACL. But we spent so much money on this O line that we supposed to have that's why we didn't re-sign Saquon, and our O line was garbage. It was garbage. It didn't
Singletary,
look.
10 carries, 37 yards.
Singletary barely did anything. He had a couple catches at the backfield, which kind of salvaged some points, but he didn't really do much.
Yeah.
Neighbors
I
had
was
a
say
lot of looks.
thoughts on the neighbors.
He had a lot of looks, but he had a couple of drops. But once again, it's only week one, still early, but they just didn't look good. To not be able to score a touchdown was terrible. You know, it just wasn't a good look. So
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Wandale Robinson is another one who's like a good short, speedy guy. He had a good amount of attempts, but
Yeah, Slayton's still there, huh?
yeah, Saint's still there. But and there was just I also besides Daniel Jones himself, it was just the play calling, coaching. It just didn't look good.
I just don't think Daniel. I think you guys just wasted money paying that man. I just don't think I don't think he's your guy.
Yeah, I mean, he won't be at the end of the season. He might be gone before that, but we'll see.
Yeah, are they? Does he have a? Is he able to be cut before then?
Well, not cut, but
how long is his contract? Who's your backup though? You don't got Tyrod Taylor anymore.
Yeah.
Drew Lock. Oh man, Drew Lock's still in the league. Oh man.
Yep.
And on the Viking side, we had Sam Darnold. You know, carrying the Vikings. 2 touchdowns. He did throw a pick. Obviously, Aaron Jones had a lot to do with it. But it was nice. It was nice to see, you know, Justin Jefferson not losing too much value without.
He was pretty productive.
Yeah, without Mr. Kirk Cousins anymore. You know, 4 catches, 59 yards, and the TD there. We'll see how sustainable it is though, because Justin Jefferson was still getting picked like top 7. You know, like
he was a first round pickup.
Yeah, he was a first round pick still. I do like Aaron Jones for the season overall. So those of you that have Aaron Jones, I would hold him because I think he's.
I don't want Shedeur Sanders. He's not that good. I'm not impressed by Shedeur Sanders. I'm not impressed by him.
Oh, getting Shedeur Sanders next year.
I'm not impressed. By him.
Just the mobile quarterback, you know, is a thing.
But he looked garbage, and then you know you heard what he was saying about his old line after they lost. Like, if you're not blocking, how are we gonna? You know, like
yeah. I mean,
you can't take accountability. You're a quarterback. You're supposed to be a leader.
Yeah,
you can't over
You think another player will accept Worthy, Higgins, and JD5 for Hurts and MHJ? They lost their first matchup 71 to 140. Holy crap. You want to give up Xavier Worthy, Higgins, and is that Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
I don't believe in Marvin Harrison Jr., man. I mean, if you're literally hurting, pun intended, on at QB, then you know Jalen Hurts is nice. But I like Worthy, honestly. I mean, he obviously, you know, it's a kind of week one high, but then again, though, you know, it's kind of him and Rashee Rice 1-2 punch. I mean, you know, I think Travis Kelce will heat up and will do Travis Kelce things, but like Xavier Worthy, you know, he's probably gonna be the Marquez of that team, maybe. You know, overall, I don't know if he's. I mean, but who knows? He might be he might be like old school Tyreek. You know, he's fast. He's fast.
He is fast. Yeah, he is fast. And he's getting handoffs and stuff too.
Yeah. So he might be more versatile. And then T. Higgins coming off an injury, you know, and then who knows what's going on with Jamar Chase. So T. Higgins, you know, he potential number 1 receiver out there. If I mean, obviously they're gonna pay Jamar, but like,
of course they are. They have to.
But you know, that's a tough one. I don't know if I like Marvin Harrison Jr. though yet. Obviously it's just week 1.
You kind of making his team better, honestly.
Yeah, it depends on your quarterback, I guess, really. Carson Beck might be QB1 in next year's draft. Who's he play for? Hey, Egyptian famous. Oh, it's Queen. What's going on, Queen? How you been? Dang, I didn't know you knew how to find YouTube. Hope you've been well. Welcome back. Yeah, that's a tough one. I think you could get more value for Worthy if I think Worthy. I honestly think that. I think he'll do decent the next.
I don't want no rookie quarterback.
You want no rookie quarterback? Who do you want them to trade for? Who's gonna be on the block though? Who are you gonna get? You gonna get Matt Flynn?
The boy.
The boy. The most money made for the least amount of games played. All right, let's close out our games here.
And I think that was the last one. So.
Yeah, I mean Seahawks. I guess we briefly touched on them. Bo Nix, rookie debut. They only lost by 6, which wasn't too bad. Seahawks look good. Kenneth Walker looks good after his breakout year last year. He looked good again. 20 carries for 103 yards. He also had some receptions too. Yeah, he had a touchdown. Tyler Lockett was the leading receiver. Tyler Lockett's he's always like my late round pick that I usually like to stash on my team all the time for some points, and I didn't this year because I figured he's getting older, but 6 catches, 77 yards. DK Metcalf with a dud, 3 catches, 29 yards. Let me down. He was one of my I think he was like my 3rd round pick in one of my leagues. Yeah, I mean Seahawks still looking good. The Broncos, I mean, not that great. Bo Nix, 2 interceptions. At least they let him throw the damn ball 42 times, so he's gonna learn. He's gonna learn quick. He'll learn quick,
and he's pretty mobile. So
he is pretty mobile. Yeah. I thought that Javonte Williams was gonna get more carries. Looks like McLaughlin. Yeah, McLaughlin got more carries there. Kind of the same situation. I mean, obviously at a way lesser level than it was for like the Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins kind of thing that went on in L.A. I don't know, man. You can't trust them until they have until one running back kind of like takes over. I didn't even know Josh Reynolds got traded to the Broncos. Josh Reynolds over from Detroit Lions, right? So he got moved over to the Broncos. He was the leading receiver over there with 5 catches, 45 yards. But it was Devon Vele, 8 receptions. I don't know who that guy is. Is he a rookie?
Yeah, I have no clue.
8 catches though. He must be Bo Nix's favorite target.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game, nothing much. I mean, we talked about the Rams and Detroit Lions earlier. It was a pretty good game. Cooper Kupp though, man. Cooper Kupp with the Puka out, man.
Do not trade him.
Do not trade Cooper Kupp. Who cares about his injury history? Like he's the man there. At least he's 100% the man for the next 4 weeks, but probably for the whole season. Available. Jimmy G's still available. That's true. You could get Jimmy G. Is he a free agent right now? Is he rostered?
If he comes to New York, he's gonna be sleeping with every New York porn star he could find. No, thank you.
Hey man, just because he looks good doesn't mean he's going out.
I traded Brian Thomas, Jaden Reed, and Pickens
for Garrett Wilson and 12 Tank Dell.
Yeah.
Your other receivers are London. I don't like London at all. We don't like London. Rashee Rice though is nice.
And Downs.
You know what? After the Jordan Love kind of injury though, Jaden Reed, his stock falls for the next few weeks. I like Jaden Reed though, but I'm also a Packers fan, so I don't want to be biased. I'll let Piffin talk on that. Pickens is probably gonna be consistent because he's kind of the target out there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's the number 1 over there. So I mean,
Brian Thomas caught a touchdown, so I think he's like kind of like a sell high, but I don't know how he's gonna do long term.
And Jaden Reed gets the quick passes and stuff, so he might still be doing that even with the backup. I don't know who your backup is, but who came in after
Malik
Willis.
Yeah.
Short game, everything.
I like Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson's worst game was today, personally.
Yeah.
I think that was
just
his worst
got an offer CMC and Brian Robinson Jr. for Kyron and Mixon.
Are you good? Are you good in the who's your
Are you
RB2?
giving up CMC? Yeah.
Who's your RB2?
Wouldn't even matter. He'd be getting Kyron. He probably Brian Robinson Jr. who's the second RB.
Oh, is that? Oh,
I would do that trade honestly because the way Jordan Mason ran today, once CSC comes back,
he might be splitting, or he might be getting a little, not splitting carries, but he'll get maybe like 10-15%.
He proved a lot, so we'll see.
I mean, Mixon had a really good game, so he's probably on kind of like a sell high. It depends. And now offense is
high powered, so I feel like they're always be in the goal line where he'd be able to even get some 1 yard, 2 yard touchdowns.
Do you have a third running back? I guess it would be my question, because like if your second best running back is Brian Robinson Jr., then it'd probably be smart to trade for that. I would probably take that because I'd rather have 2 for sure starters. Because I personally think that Austin Eckler is gonna. Piven doesn't believe. I believe that Eckler is gonna supplant Brian Robinson as the primary backer, at least primary fantasy wise, because of the PPRs, all the catches he's gonna have out of the backfield. That he's gonna eat in too much. Where at least with Kieran and Mixon, you got for sure number one options. You know what I mean for RBs.
Yeah, and, no, definitely. I would accept that trade honestly. Plus CMC's calf, he could get hurt the next game, and he's Jordan Mason all season.
Yeah, you don't even know. Yeah, you don't even know how CMC's. Yeah, you don't even know how CMC is gonna perform yet. He hasn't played a game yet this season. Sat out.
Players of the week. Top fantasy scorers of the week.
Let's go. Yeah, let's switch over. All right, let's switch over. Let's go look at our players of the week here. All right, we got Saquon putting up 32 points in our league. Is our league a half PPR? I forgot if I made a half PPR if it's full.
Oh, no,
but 32 points from Saquon, number one running back of the week.
Player of the week.
Yeah, everything. Player of the week. Yeah, he was him this week. We got Josh Allen, 4 touchdowns. So, Josh Allen, he was the first quarterback drafted on some of the boards that we've seen in drafts.
He was.
Jaden Reed, I was trying to get him in every league I could, but I just missed by a round, or I would miss by in the auctions. I would miss him. I'd run out of money. But in hindsight, he's probably not going to do so hot the next 3 weeks with Malik Willis at quarterback. He's good there. Baker Mayfield may be a waiver asset for some of you that are, if you drafted Caleb Williams, honestly, I'd probably try to pick up Baker Mayfield to be your quarterback while you're waiting for Caleb Williams to figure out what the NFL is like. Jay McDaniels, Anthony Richardson. So,
five quarterbacks in the top 10 player of the week. Wow.
Yeah, pretty good.
5 quarterbacks.
I mean, they always put up the most points, but yeah, I'm honestly surprised with how many points that Jaden Daniels got. So I don't, is it sustainable? Maybe. I mean, anytime you have mobile quarterbacks, though, like those rushing touchdowns just add up real quick.
Yeah. Look at Josh Allen, 2 touchdowns.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying that's points worth it. Plus 2 passing, plus 232 yards. It all adds up.
Yeah, Joe Mixon, he had a good year last year, actually, after, not having too hot of a year like the last 2 years prior. And now that this offense has like some throwing firepower, it might open up his vice versa, right? They're gonna, open up the passing game, but you can also open up, he could run the ball pretty good. So we'll see though. He's on the latter end of his career. I don't know. I feel like I've been seeing Joe Mixon's name for like the past like 5-6 years. Like he was hot. He's been solid. Last year was like a resurgence year, and this year he's starting off hot. Does he maintain it? I don't know, because if CJ Stroud heats up, that receiving core he has is like insane, and there's a lot of mouths to feed over there. So we'll see about that. Cooper Kupp, obviously Mr. Chasing the White himself underneath me right here, Mr. B Piffin. He got Cooper Kupp, so he's smiling ear to ear because he's got something nice there. Alan Lazard might be a popular waiver wire pickup this week. He was one of Rodgers' favorite
Mike
targets.
Williams. They didn't put Mike Williams in a lot either. He only played like 4 snaps.
They highlighted him for a bit. They put him in there, but he's coming off so many major injuries, man. He hasn't been able to just play football. Period. That like it was nice to see him in there. Obviously, Garrett Wilson's still number one target. Him and Breece Hall for a lot of dump off passes, but Lazard just kind of like he's a little wild card.
Hey, no Mike Williams. Lazard could be a number 2. Him and Rodgers got chemistry. It could work. It could work. They could have the Wilson Lazard combo.
Yeah, another good pickup. For some people, which we'll see. Only been week 1. Jameson Williams, man. Amon-Ra had the worst game ever. Probably the worst game of his career, honestly. And Jameson Williams ate it all up. So 5 catches, 121 yards and a touchdown. Like, he popped off. We already talked about Jordan Mason, obviously dependent on CMC situation. Isaiah Likely going to be another popular waiver wire. Add up all the people that drafted Mark Andrews, just kicking dirt right now. Isaiah Likely looks good, man. He looks, Mark Andrews he might be on his way out for retirement, but we'll give it a few weeks. Only week 1. And then like we talked about with J.K. Dobbins, man, we all thought Gus Edwards was going to be starting running back, and we knew they were going to split carries, but J.K. Dobbins 8 this week, so I'll kind of wait for that to see how that plays out, but obviously if he's available, which he's probably not, be nice to pick him up. He might be available in 10-man leagues, though, because I think most people were going with Gus Edwards. A lot of QBs on the board, though. A lot of QBs. So like if you have, like a Caleb Williams, or if you have, like a quarterback that didn't do so hot, like I wouldn't be too stressed out as far as like, trying to pick up a quarterback to fill. You could dump off, one of your backups to like, wait for either Caleb Williams or one of, Bo Nix to play out. If you really like, I don't know, if you're a Bears fan and you've got Caleb Williams because you know all the hype and stuff, you stick with him. Dude, yeah, when we get to our league, oh my god, man, Dan in the chat, man, Mr. Over the Hill, he got his sleepers hit this week. Jason Williams and Ramondre. Alec Pierce, I don't know if it was a fluke game. Who knows? Maybe is he? I mean, it was 3 catches, so 3 catches. Yeah. So it's kind of tough there. I mean, Michael Pittman Jr. is supposed to be the number 1 receiver there still.
I mean, he's the guy, but Pierce is just the deep route running. He got open. Dan Luna over the hill popping off.
Over the hill popping off. That's your team. Well, speaking of your team, yeah, let's go. Let's
look at this fantasy.
You want to do fantasy? You want to do waiver wires?
Oh, well, we said a couple, but we can do a couple more.
Yeah. So obviously, Mason, if you didn't pick him up before today, you probably missed out. He's probably not available in your league, but for sure you're gonna have to battle for him now. One of my leagues, I saw him available, so I swooped him up. I even dropped Zeke for him, even though Zeke's starting, just because the potential is there. Obviously, if CMC, who knows the status of CMC's injury. Apparently, they knew since Friday that CMC wasn't going to play, but they announced yesterday in all the leaks saying like, "Oh yeah, he's a lock for week 1."
I knew I was going to play on Friday.
I was like, man, I would have, yeah, exactly. So I knew I was going to play on Friday. I was like, I would have fucking put so much money on, Mason for just like any kind of yardages, man.
100 yards and an anytime touchdown for no reason.
God. Oh my god, that probably would have been like plus 20,000. Like, what are you guys thinking?
You put $10 on that, that's $2K.
Yeah, as you can tell on the waiver wire pickers, the popular ads are all the San Francisco running backs, but honestly, the only one you want to add is Mason. I mean, there's no real point.
Grayson Allen.
Oh yeah,
he could be a good hand. He could be a good handcuff in case
Breece Hall
goes down. He's the number 2 over there in New York. He could be somebody to handcuff just to keep there, because I look like it's about to be me, because Chuba Hubbard is about to hit the cupboard. I'm done with him. I'm over him.
Chuba Hubbard's about to hit the cupboard. What up, Laura? How are you doing? Oh, that was a good one.
I'm done with this guy, bro. For real. After that performance, it's just.
I mean, you also got Miles Sanders out there. You got Miles Sanders out there. As you can tell, people are already dropping them. Let's see. Let's look at the ads here. So nothing crazy here. I mean, I think the hottest pickup obviously is Mason. I think Lazard
could be. Until if Mike Williams is going to be 100%, it's looking like that Lazard's the number 2 there. So
Lazard could be a safe play too, just because Aaron Rodgers already has that rapport with Lazard from when their Green Bay days. So you know what I mean.
And he knows how to get open for Aaron Rodgers. So he could definitely he got open the 1 touchdown. The second touchdown he got from Tyrod Taylor, but he knows how to get open.
Yeah, I like Lazard over Mike Williams. I mean, Mike Williams has been in the league for like 7 years and probably played like 2 years worth of games. Yeah. So like I mean, like everybody talks about how good he can be, but you ain't good if you can't be on the field. So I mean, not saying obviously I hope he plays a full season this year, but it's just too risky. I like Lazard. He's already kind of got a relationship going. I'd probably fade Pierce as well. I don't 3 catches, 125 yards. It's probably not him. How did Conklin do today? He's a waiver wire pickup on here.
I don't think he did anything. Yeah.
2 targets, 1 catch. These must have been ads before the game tonight, honestly. Baker Mayfield, if you're looking for a quarterback and he's available.
Yeah, he's definitely a pickup.
Yeah, Baker
he's
Mayfield.
Definitely a pickup.
Yeah, probably my top 3. Maybe top. My top 3 probably would be like Mason, Mayfield, and Isaiah Likely. I think Isaiah Likely. He did good last year when Mark Andrews is out, and he's starting off hot. He's young, athletic. Mark Andrews is old and hurt. Like, it might be a passing of the torch season for Mr. Mark Andrews, and he might go twilight himself like Zach Ertz and go to like Arizona or something like that. he might just be on his way out. So I mean,
yeah, that's for sure.
And then, fortunately, there weren't major injuries, this week. Not like last year where like Nick Chubb got crazy hurt. Like,
yeah. Aaron Rodgers' first game.
Yeah, so I mean, like, that's a good thing for the NFL. Obviously, fantasy players, some fantasy managers are looking forward to that so they can pick up people. But like, it's good for football overall when everybody's healthy.
For skill player wise, you can probably take Pierce because besides
Pittman Jr.
Pittman Jr., he would be the number 2 there. You know what I'm saying?
Who knows? He could probably replicate.
They also have Mo Ali Cox. That's a tight end. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty solid. But who knows? Who knows? I Pierce, but Lazard looks like the better 2 option.
Mm-hmm.
J.K. Dobbins, maybe you could take him if you need a running back bad.
Yeah,
or the handcuff one. You know what I'm saying?
Dobbins, who knows? He could be the number 1 running back over Gus Edwards over there. I mean, Gus Edwards and Dobbins been hanging out together for like the past how many years now with Baltimore.
Yeah, same team.
And now over here, so like they come in a pair, but one's got to supplant the other. I mean, Dobbins was the one that was it Dobbins or Edwards who had the major injury like 2 years ago?
It was Dobbins.
Yeah, so I mean, like,
because then it was Justice Hill.
Yeah. Oh, Gus Edwards, yeah. So I mean, you never know. J.K. Dobbins, maybe he's had it in him this whole time, and he just had to recover from that injury.
Drake London, I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Drake London, man.
Even with Kirk Cousins,
I'm just not a fan of people who picked him in the top, like within the first 2 rounds. I don't think he was a first 2 round
pick. He's a late game pickup.
But the potential is there because Kirk Cousins still got to knock his rust off his injury, right? He just got paid. He's gonna be throwing the ball, and he's got to throw to somebody. So like, who else was he throwing to that game? Here we could pull it up real quick.
Kyle Pitts. Oh
yeah, Kyle Pitts got a touchdown, right?
He had the only touchdown for them.
Yeah, so
granted, like they did play a tough team.
Yeah,
tough defense.
Steelers always have a good defense. Steelers always find a way, to win games. Ray McLeod the third, 4 catch, 52 yards. Bijan's kind of like their number 1 over there, even though he didn't really have the, he had over 100 yards rushing, receiving, but no touchdown. Drake London is supposed to be the number 1 over there, but it's only week 1, man. It's only week 1, like we said. It's only week 1. I mean, we'll see.
Got a long season.
I would hold him though, because if you're trying to trade him, if anybody's gonna trade you, they're gonna lowball the shit out of you. So like, I would probably give him a few weeks to catch his legs. I think Kirk's gonna throw it. Yeah, Kirk will throw his way.
He needs a number 1 receiver.
Yeah, he had a rough first game too. 16 for 26, two interceptions. So like
coming back off a Achilles tear. It's not an easy injury. So
yeah, so
I think you can hold him, stash him, put him at the bottom.
I probably wouldn't start him. Yeah, I probably wouldn't start him if you have any other receivers.
Unless they got an easy defense.
Yeah, I know how to play.
It could be a shootout maybe, but.
Yeah, I'd probably give him. Yeah, I'd probably give him like 1 or 2 more starts before you actually think about like dropping him or anything or trading him. All right, let's go over to our fantasy league, the Brigade Fantasy Football League. We got going on over here. We have 12 teams. They all returners from last season. My team's called the DeMario Douglases. We got our matchups here. We did have a little thing over on Facebook where I posted, all the matchups for the week. Oh, where'd it go? I did post up all the matchups for the week, and we allowed you, the community, to comment on who they thought was winning every matchup.
Yeah.
And basically, whoever wins all 6 matchups, we're just gonna give you $6. So just a little free, a little free cash money from myself and Mr. B. So let's oh my god, let me pull it up. So in our first edition, because algorithm and stuff, it doesn't go out. We got Gabe going with the Demario Douglases, Lock Like It's Hot, Dreams Nightmares, Envious Dave, Chasing the White, and Over the Hill. I know I won my game. Piffin won his game. Over the Hill won his game.
Dave won his game.
Let's see.
Dave won his game for sure.
Dave won his game. So we had Lock Like It's Hot and Dreams and Nightmares. Let's see. Dreams and Nightmares. So Lock Like It's Hot versus Fantastic. So let's see. He played Fantastic because I know he changed his name. So Fantastic.
Won.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic won that game. Sorry, Gabe. You lost on that one, but you did get.
That was close. Yeah, you got
4 of 6. 4 of 6. Because Tiffer squeezed out her win too, over 2 girlies. Is Todd Gurley still in the league?
No.
Whatever happened to man? That dude. That was the fastest fall off ever.
Well, they killed him after they didn't give him the ball that whole playoff.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl. Yeah, they ruined him.
All right, let's go. Let's see. Check our other one. We got. All right, Dan said Mari was gonna win, so he lost that one already. Betting against me. Lost. Tiffer's won. Edward, our defending champ here for beer, lost. You're 3 for 6, Dan. 3 for 6. So no winners for our $6 this week, but maybe you'll have a chance. Be on the lookout for that post for next week.
Is there more? There's more comments.
Only 2 guesses, man. Only 2 guesses. There's just some replies, yeah. So maybe we'll get some more guesses next week. Just be on the lookout over on.
We can put it on Twitter too.
Yeah. So we got let's start with our matchups here. So this is my team here, going up against Mari's majestic team, and
she had Josh Allen.
She had Josh Allen start off hot, Y'all need to be more creative with team names. Hey, we're trying to keep it PG, Mari, you don't like Mari's majestic team? What do you got against Mari's majestic team, huh? You hating on that?
She got Tony Pollard and Bijan.
Yeah, I like to give a shout out to my MVP of the week, Mr. Jaden Reed, here putting up 31 points.
Burger.
It wasn't looking hot with my receiving core, Chris Olave and Michael Pittman Jr. putting up some duds. But the boy, Jaden Reed coming through to help salvage my team here. Shout out to Drake London and Amari Cooper over on Mari's side, though, doing equally as bad. And, even though Trey McBride didn't do as hot either, luckily Mari had Luke Musgrave over from the Green Bay Packers.
Amari Cooper, he killed a lot of people. He got no love. 2 catches.
Yeah. Josh Allen, her MVP of the week, though. They popped off, but
Luke Musgrave, I don't know what happened to him.
I know, yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, they run 2 tight ends though. They do have a Kraft as well, so like, but I thought he would, get some catches. Looking over at the bench, she has George Pickens out there. Calvin Ridley didn't do too hot. So these guys did kind of mediocre. Obviously, as you can see on my side, I kind of have a bunch of stashes that I'm just, waiting to see if they pan out. Austin Eckler's probably my boy. My bench is pretty weak, actually, now that I think about it. At least on the week 1.
Yeah, suspect.
17 points on the bench. Pretty bad. But, hey, man.
A win's a win.
They'd be starters if they were in the starting lineup, but they're bench players for a reason. There's no bye weeks till week 4. Starting week 4. So, we're good. We're good for now. I
like Breeze's Pieces. That's a good one.
Breeze's Pieces. Oh, that's pretty good. That's lame, Moss.
That's a terrible one. I just was being funny.
Yeah. Nah. All right, let's go. All right, we got Dan up in here. Dan, Mr. Over the Hill. What would you like to say? What would you like to say about your team? How you feeling, Mr. D+ grade? He got a D+ grade during our draft analysis last year. He had an A+. He had A+ and started 0-7. And then you traded everybody away and then got all the way back to like 7-8 to finish the season, or like 6-8 or something like that. Kyle Pitts coming through and hitting over as projected for you. That was a pretty good pickup. The Mondre and the Jameson Williams, Jameson pickleback Jameson Williams, coming through for you. So it helps you out with your MHJ flop. He has Tyreek Hill. He has Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, he had the number 2 pick.
Nice. Oh, Dave had number 1. Of course, he's a McCaffrey fan. He picked him. Or he's a Niners fan. And it worked out for Dan too, because Dan is a Miami Dolphins fan. So yeah, you're definitely not losing 7 in a row with this team. This team looks good. Pretty prime.
Lamar Jackson combo look crazy.
We'll see. We'll see if the running backs could replicate. James Conner, Ramondre Stevenson, kind of so shaky in my opinion.
I like Ramondre. He's the number 1 over there for sure. You know what I'm saying? So
he is, but man, I don't think he's running for over 100 yards like that.
He had a good season last year until he got hurt.
He did. He had an okay season. Yeah, although we got and then we have Stroud on business. Who's this? Casey?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's Casey.
Casey had the worst draft of the league, I think they said, right?
Yeah.
No, wait. Is this? No, wait. This might be Sarah, because there's a bunch of Houston Texans on this team.
Oh wait, she did say. I think she said she started McLaurin. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, this is Sarah. I was like, there's a lot of Texans on this team. She's a Houston Texans fan, picking with her heart. Yeah.
She got the Fairbairn Stroud Collins combo package deal.
Yeah, the package deal. I mean, her team didn't do terrible. I mean, yeah, McLaurin let her down.
Look what she had on her bench. Oh my god.
Let's see. I mean, she only lost by 15 points. Your bench, you got Godwin. Yeah, Godwin for McLaurin would have won it for you right there. 16 points. That was it. Tua and Stroud kind of, equaling each other.
Equal.
Jacoby Myers. I mean, Jacoby Myers actually had an okay game. He hit projected. The Godwin, the McLaurin over Godwin, and McLaurin was actually projected less too. And you must have believed in him. Believe in him, but that let Sarah down there, so she drops to 0-1. Moving on to our third matchup, we got Mr. Casey versus Tiffers. Tiffers able to squeeze out a victory by less than 4 points. Oh, what's up, Ron? Dude, I know. Tight ends were cheeks this week for sure.
Yep.
Around that league.
Every tight end.
Was Kyle Pitts the number 1?
Hurt, I think.
Was Kyle Pitts the number 1 tight end because he was the only one that caught a touchdown?
Yeah, he had 3 catches or some BS.
Yeah, and Njoku, he looked like he got hurt on a takedown.
Barkley. Goodness.
Yeah, so Casey with Saquon Barkley, the number 1 fantasy scorer of the week, and loses by 4 to Tiffers, our defending second place champion.
He got the Purdy's Debo combo.
Yeah, he going with the Debo Purdy combo. I mean, Purdy didn't put up much points wise, but Debo was on the receiving end. I mean, he has Mike Evans and Saquon Barkley in loss. That's unfortunate. Casey. But his team looks okay. He got Waddle as well. How's his bench look? He has Zach Moss on the bench, Jerry Jeudy. That's about it over there. He got a handcuff for Bijan. Over on Tiffer's side, Tiffer's sticking with her Jalen Hurts that she had last year. I think she had Hurts and Brown last year too. That Hurts Browns combo looking nice. Joe Mixon and Aaron Jones looking real nice. Tiffer's team looks pretty nice. Nice.
And Ayuk over there.
Yeah, I know. Ayuk had a bad game.
She can stick with that Dalton Schultz all she wants.
Dalton Schultz. the flex position looking a little rough there, but she does have, she has options, man. She got J.K. Dobbins, Brian Thomas. Yeah, she has a solid bench. So she got some good starts there right there for sure. Tiffer's team looking pretty good, squeezing out the win in week 1. Sometimes.
Yeah, imagine if he could have put Zach Moss instead of Mostert.
Oh, I know, right? All right, our defending champion, Mr. Here for Beer Edward, one of the lowest scoring teams of the week. I think the second lowest scoring team of the week.
Oh, third. UFO was the lowest.
Yeah, so second then, right?
No, Amadi had 80.
Oh, okay. Third lowest score of the week. Defending champion, putting all his eggs on Dak Prescott once again this season. He's going for the Dak Prescott CD Lamb combo. Didn't pay off as much as he wanted to. That DJ Moore slipped pretty far in our draft too, and we were like, oh man, good pickup. And he didn't do terrible, but he also didn't do DJ Moore numbers. The A-Chain Pacheco combo on running back, like you said.
I like Pacheco, and A-Chain was getting a lot of love. So
he has a questionable tag. Did he get hurt? Oh, they're just banged up. Just a week 1 thing. I'm hoping James Cook could pop off a little better. Yeah, Evan Ingram. I mean, it doesn't hurt as much as Dave having Travis Kelce putting up 4.9, I feel. And Caleb Williams putting up 7. So, like, oh my God, Mason. The fact that he was able to plug in, the fact that he even had a spot open, a player option to swap out to put Mason. Oh, because he has McCaffrey. Yeah. Oh, okay. So good thing he had his handcuff. I mean, Mason, he didn't win him the game because he was already winning. But yeah, Jordan Mason, bringing it home for the boy. Jake Moody as well, putting up 12 points as a kicker. Probably a lot higher in other leagues too, because ours is kind of nerfed. 250 plus 2. Oh my God, he had 5 field goals. Yeah, Jake Moody put up some points.
Yeah, and this is a nerf kicker league too.
Yeah, I know, right? That means he put up like 20 points in regular kicker leagues.
Never. He got some decent backs.
Yeah, he's got a good little bench here. I mean, technically his only backup is Brian Robinson Jr. because without Jordan Mason and McCaffrey starting, but good thing for him picking up the handcuff though. He must have known about McCaffrey, slacking. So we'll see how that goes there. Never draft KC players. Hey, don't be too. Rashee Rice, nice man, and don't worry. The thing is, those second half of the season towards fantasy playoffs is when the Chiefs pick it up. So I don't know about that. All right, let's go.
They need to pick it up for our Inferno one because.
Yeah. All right, we got Hal with his Hawk Tua profile picture against the one and only Mr. Fantastic. Close matchup. Only separated by 4.5 points. Fantastic. Had to deal with Puka Nacua getting injured. But fortunate for him, he got that quarterback. He got that touchdown from Derrick Henry. Stephon Diggs 2 touchdowns. David Montgomery, that monster final drive where he picked up like 40 yards and a touchdown.
He cooked that drive.
Yeah, he was that entire drive there. The boy Brandon Aubrey himself also making dropping 10.5 points there. Hawk Tua for sure the most used team name this year. Yeah, that's right. Anybody who got Tua, that's all you got. But he doesn't even have Tua.
He got Hawkinson on his bench up there.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he stashed him. Yeah, he stashed. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like Hal's team though, his team is primed for week 5 and beyond. He took all the stashes I want. Like I want to stash Nick Chubb, Hawkinson. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean. I don't know how much Hawkinson's gonna do, going in with Sam Darnold as quarterback.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Because the way Sam Darnold look, he's going for MVP. So he fucking beat my Giants up. He ought to have best numbers in the league this year.
Yeah. I mean, he got some cool little bench spots. So, a little Bucky Irving, Rashad White handcuff. You got Gus Edwards now that J.K. Dobbins seems like he might be the one. Keenan Allen, who knows? Caleb Williams heats up. He might start throwing his way. Keenan Allen, ain't gonna do bad. He got the boy Lad McConkey catching a touchdown as a rookie, but it looks like not enough against Mr. Fantastic. Fantastic starts off 1-0
St.
for
Brown
the season.
2 points is a nightmare.
Yeah, the St. Brown is terrible. Is Daniel Jones the one? Question for Mr. B. Piven.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna give it to game 4. If I don't see no production, I'm over it. I'm moving. I'm becoming a Miami Dolphin fan. I'm Tyreek Hill all the way.
Tyreek Hill. Speaking of, all right, I'll let you speak on here. Give your analysis here, Mr. Chasing the White, aka Mr. B Pippin, aka Mr. Jose versus Robert. What's the assessment here?
Oh man,
You squeeze away
Joe,
with a 20-point win.
yeah. You know, when your 1-2 punch only gives you 17 points, it's not a good look. You know,
The Burrow Chase combo.
Yeah, you know, but luckily Rashad White and Kamara, my sleeper backs. And then Cooper Kupp, man. You know, that Chase, Kupp, and Adams. Come on.
That's a nice receiving core you got there.
You know,
and your running backs are RB1s and they're solid. Like they're they're primary options, you know.
And Kincaid better never do what he did again.
I mean,
Josh
you say
Allen
that
better
about
throw him the
every
ball.
tight end, man. Every tight end sucked this week, so luckily
Allen, throw him the ball.
Yeah,
But other than that,
pretty good.
Yeah, just try to get a bunch of RB1s. Devin Singletary next week will have a touchdown for me. I'm definitely gonna start him. We'll see though.
Are you gonna start him next week? Who's he playing? Who's he playing next week?
Next week they're playing the Commanders.
Yeah, I mean, I think Robert swing and a miss on Javonte Williams. You know,
that's a hometown pickup.
Yeah, he salvaged his day with a rushing touchdown. I don't think he does this bad usually, but who knows? He got Anthony Richardson, so it's kind of like he's kind of like RB stacking. If Anthony Richardson doesn't have too many rushing yards, you know that the points are gonna go get absorbed by JT. So like it's kind of like a safe play.
And John Taylor, he's gonna have a good year too. He was a first round pick for like a 12-man league.
Yeah, and I don't think Christian Kirk's gonna have this bad of a game either. Going forward,
I'm not a fan of Christian Kirk at all.
I like Christian Kirk, man. He was double digits all his starts last season, pretty much. I don't know what happened this game.
I'm not burning this jacket. This is a vintage Giants starter.
Burn that jacket. You know, who did you not pick up? If he has Jalen Warren, who's the other guy again?
Najee Harris.
Yeah, Najee Harris. I thought you were a Najee Harris guy. You usually like to pick up one of those guys.
I picked that guy up last year. I'm never picking him up again.
Robert's bench looks pretty nice though. I mean, he's got some options. You know, he got
Zeke. He got T Higgins out. So
Gabe Davis potential there. You know, so I mean, we got some looks over there, but you know, Mr. B ending off the week 1-0. So our winners for the week, you know, the undefeateds, myself, Mr. Dan, Tiffers, Dave, Fantastic, and Mr. B. Let's take a look at our week 2 matchups. We got our week 2 matchups. Oh
yeah, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
We got a little
nice and early.
We got a little matchup between the show hosts here. You know, the first matchup.
I see you again last game of the season too.
Yeah, what we been this game? How are you feeling like, huh?
What do you want to do?
Outside that, you know, you want to lose another 10. I'll put your $10 on the line that you gave me for the Minnesota Vikings beating the Giants.
I can't believe that.
You want double? You want double or nothing on it? You want double nothing?
Let's go.
I mean, Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow can't play this bad 2 weeks in a row. You know what I mean? Like,
and they versus KC next week, so I hope
high offense.
Yeah, high offense. So I'm worried about Devontae Adams though. So that's why.
Devontae Adams. Who are they playing?
Yeah, Baltimore.
Oh yeah, that potentially. And then we got let's see, we got Mr. Dan going against the defending champ. Can he start the league 2-0?
And the higher projection too.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he can move the stars around, you know. He might, make some adjustments based on week 1. We got Casey going against Fantastic. Both of them were actually they both were like right on the cusp of playoffs. I think Casey just made the playoffs and Fantastic just missed out last year. Same thing with Robert and Haktua, aka How.
And you.
He's gonna have to make some, Haktua kind of spent a lot of his draft picks on stashes, so maybe that's affecting his projector right now. Only projected at 79 points, but I'm sure he'll make some adjustments on his starting lineup there. We got Mari going against Sarah, girl on girl. See how they do against each other, and Sarah's Houston Texans. And then we have Dave. I think yeah, Dave versus Tiffers. That should be a good matchup.
That should be a real good matchup.
That should be a
High
good
scoring
matchup.
officers last week. You know?
Yeah, and he has the highest projected for his next week. Mr. Dave over here, probably banking on CMC.
I gotta move some people around. Chill.
I know. We'll see. Let's see. What we got for a match here. We can take a little look. Let's see who's moving to the starting lineup for you. Your lineup's set, dog. You're not moving anybody.
I'm taking out.
You putting Singletary for who?
No. I'm taking out Miami defense. Gonna pick somebody up this week. You know, gotta make a pickup.
Don't worry, man. That defense ain't gonna matter against me, man. You know, I'm moving the boy Olave to the bench. Moving. Actually, no. Dang, I got Jaden Reed down too. I'm set up to lose this matchup. Actually, I'm gonna have to take this bet back. You know, I shouldn't win this. I shouldn't win next week. If I win next week, you're trash. Because Jaden Reed gonna have Malik Willis thrown to him. We got Olave, man, that boy better bounce back. They are playing against Dallas defense though. Not looking good there.
You got Bijan though. I mean, you got Brees.
Hopefully Brees is gonna have to eat against Tennessee.
And you got Jacobs.
Indianapolis defense is solid though, usually, right?
And then you got Pittsburgh defense.
Pittsburgh defense, though. Hopefully they, give me some points. I don't know if I'm gonna move. I don't know if I'll be moving anybody yet. It's still early in the season, We might have to throw in a little Demario Douglas in there, just to let the people know. Demario Douglas. But we'll see. Oh, why it says it was deleted by BikeyMrown. My bad. Let me. Sorry about that. Peanut Breath. How do I well anyways, Peanut Breath, he said, I don't know why I did that. Is there anything I should need? 12 team, 1 flex, full PPR. He has Love, Saquon, Bijan.
How you get Saquon and Bijan? That is insane.
Yeah, he has Love, Saquon, Bijan, London. Oh, you can see it?
Yeah, I see it through the stream.
Oh yeah. Devontae Smith, Christian Watson, Evan Ingram. Your bench is Jaden Daniels, Gus Bus, Worthy, Higgins, Coleman, McCaffrey.
Luke McCaffrey. Now I like Keon Coleman. I like the Worthy. I would start.
I'll start Worthy over Watson.
Over London
and Watson.
Yeah.
Watson, just because quarterback situation over in Green Bay right now. I don't know if I trust Mr. Willis over there. You might be able to put in Worthy and Coleman for Watson and London for your start there. Bijan Saquon stack though is insane. Obviously you need to pick up. Oh no, you don't even need to pick up a quarterback for this week. You just start Daniels. He's he showed out pretty good. He showed out pretty good this week, so I think that's a pretty good one. I don't know why I deleted that. Let me see. How do I it doesn't let me unhide your comment, but for those that's heard me read it out though, I think that would be it'd be safer. I don't know if I'd bench Drake London personally, but I do think that you could swap out Watson though for like I would ride Howard Worthy. He's so quick, man. He might not do as good as he did first week, but him or Coleman might be a good start for week 1.
I would do Coleman.
It said don't send capital letters, was it? Oh,
yeah, don't send so many.
It didn't show his comment capital letters though. That's what's weird.
Yeah, probably the
whole entire sentence.
Names.
Yeah. It's for spelling properly. Dang, sorry about that. All right, let's close out. We do have our pigskin pick'em. If anybody's interested in it, we do have a league full of. Let's see how many people we got in our league. I think we have 10 people in our league right now, but it's still open. If anyone would like to join us. Oh, we have 11 people in our league. I think Big Mikey is Big Mike Hardy. I don't think he knew what he was doing. He signed up, but I don't think he knew what he was doing. He's the eldest member of the brigade. I think he's pushing like 70 years old, so he might not know. He probably just signed up like, oh yeah, I'll do it. But but if anyone wants to join, $20 buy-in. We'll be playing 50 cents overall each week. So like for week 1, right, our week winner, assuming I got all the collected money, would be $5.50 to The Force Is Not With Me. And I think
by one.
by one, yeah. And I think I think Tipper said that's Sarah's. So by two, I got you by one.
No, I see you. I was in you. She won by one, but
yeah, I was gonna swap my pick, so I was gonna swap over and pick the Jets to try to offset, but then I had to think about the overall week. You know, the season long victory is what it's all about, because whoever the season long champ is guaranteed at least $100. So you know, these little week to week things, you know, obviously you want to win them, but basically you pick all the games each week against the spread here. And then if there's a tie on how many points you guys get picked, it's determined by a tiebreaker based on the score of the Monday Night Football game. And the winner each week will win some money back. And those of you that are, you know, after the 18 weeks, you get to drop your lowest two scores. And whoever's the season-long leader will basically win the jackpot for the league. So last year we had about 16 entries, I think 16 people. So right now we're at 10. You can still join now. Obviously you would get a 0 for the first week, but you still got one more week that you could drop throughout the season. So you know, hope is not lost. And
two low scores, right?
2 low scores. Yep. Over the 18 weeks. So, you know, me and Mr. B, you know, 2 and 3, getting off to a nice little start here. Only 1 and 2 behind our leader here. But yeah, if anybody's interested.
So how is it 9?
Hmm?
I thought it was just 8, 9, 10.
Oh,
how did it go 10, 11?
It might have just updated the Monday Night Football game.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably just updated. Yeah, I think it just updated the Monday Night Football game. So looks like everybody, you know, was able to pick the late slate. We got all the picks around the late slate except for you picking your Giants. Kind of cost you there. But
no.
Yeah, there's a few upsets, man. That New England, 2 people picked New England. I can't. Tiffers and I mean, it was -8 though, so I guess, you know, in hindsight, you know, kind of feel like that could have been picked. Got a couple people, you know, the biggest swingers was New England and Jacksonville, and then those that, you know, everybody's been high on Atlanta with Kirk Cousins and Bijan. That they probably, you know, everybody picked Atlanta for that game too. So
I changed my pick. I had it as Pittsburgh, and then I changed it. Bozo.
I learned that a long time ago, honestly, is that after I make my picks, I try not to change anything, because I would get more pissed off by switching a right pick wrong than I would by leaving a wrong pick wrong. But that's just me. But all right, let's yeah, that was pretty long first episode, 2 hours. Oh my god. But we're gonna close things out here. Piffin's getting yelled at to go to bed right now, I'm sure.
No,
so,
it's
you know,
the dogs. The dogs are coming down.
The dogs are coming down.
Yeah, they were barking.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. There was a lot of great activity, great questions in the chat, and just know that
love those trade questions.
Oh my god, we missed the XPC's question about how much of his free his waiver wire
for Jordan Mason. I don't know, man, because it just depends. I mean,
I don't know if you're still here, XPC, but yeah, honestly, man, like McCaffrey's coming back next week, so McCaffrey's gonna be.
And then if he takes the whole workload, he's gonna.
It's an investment in a handcuff. I honestly wouldn't put too much into it. I'd probably, if you got $200,
10, yeah,
10
to 15.
Yeah, because there's nothing saying that McCaffrey's missing more than today. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they already said that he was gonna. They said that he was supposed to play this today. So if he's not playing today, he's got to be playing the rest of the season. So I wouldn't really spend much on it. I mean, you could get him if you want to have him as a handcuff. If you have, you know, it's kind of a boom or bust thing. But I honestly probably wouldn't spend more than like $10. Thanks, Aaron. Aaron, did you win your fantasy team? I need to check our other leagues this week too. But alrighty. Thank you guys for tuning in for episode 1. We will see you guys again next Monday night.
Is done.
one is done. You know, if you have any suggestions, we are actually looking for you know, if we want a new title for our show. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. If you're watching this post live, feel free to leave comments on there with any of your
we're also
questions.
doing you pick your favorite matchup of the Brigade League, and if you get it all right, you get a little prize from us. So.
Yep. We'll post the matchups. Yep. Make sure you do that. Make sure you check out Mr. No, yours is Cypher on YouTube, right? What's your YouTube again?
It's Piffin Official. Piffin _official.
PIFFIN_official on YouTube. Myself, BikeyMrown, everywhere on socials. If you look on all socials too, you'll find Jose Mr. B Piffin on majority of the socials. Yeah, we'll catch you guys next week, and I hope you guys have a good night, and go Giants.
Yes, next week we're gonna win. I'm calling it out.
All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.